Oh yeah, we're talking about that Flash finale here on the Will West Show. So this is my second video in the whole Berlanti universe catch-up, recap, finale thing. So we're going to talk about the Flash. If you guys don't know, Barry Allen is the Flash. He's a forensic scientist, and he's after the actual killer who killed his mom, who ends up being some weird time-traveling speedster. And in a crazy experiment slash like accident when this particle accelerator went off, the Flash. But hopefully you guys already know that. If you're watching a video about Season 2 of the Flash, I'll talk about Season 1 later, but for now, Season 2 starts now. So we're talking about the finale first. I'm going in backwards order since the finale's fresh in my head. I don't want to forget stuff, so here we go. First up, I was like, just like Barry, I was a bit devastated they killed Henry Allen. I'm just like, no, like he's lost both of his parents now. And he is so pissed. Like, I'm kind of with him going like, mess that, kill Zoom. Like, time is like, oh my god, F that guy. F him in the A. They also set up this thing about time remnants, and Zoom's like, oh, hey, like, do it, Barry, just kill me. And then, like, he can't do it because Barry is a good person at heart. He's like, I can't kill this guy just because he killed my dad. And that desire's there. He wants to after this moment, but Zoom just, like, kills himself, or this time remnant version of himself, and he's like, see, you can't even do it. Like, I'm able to kill myself. You got to be able to kill. You got to be willing to kill yourself to stop me, and you're not going to do it. And then, like, the show starts. We see the funeral of Henry Allen, a very touching moment, and Joe has some kind of words. Also, I'm going to say this straight up right now. Joe, just any moment between Joe and Barry, or just like any moment between like him and his dad, Barry and his dad, Henry, is like great. I love it. They're always touching. I get emotional. There's also Kevin Smith on here, not in the episode, but every time he watches a few of these episodes and they do something touching, like he gets teary-eyed. I'm kind of with him there. Like Barry's officially now like an orphan. Like, yeah, he's got the Wests, but like his dad, which kept him grounded, just it hurt. But there's some more optimistic things that happen later on this episode. So Joe and Barry have a little talk, and Barry's like, "I'm going to kill this guy. Like, I'm going to." He's more or less saying he's going to kill him. He's pissed off. He's angry, as anyone would be, because there was bullshit what Zoom did. And Joe's like, hey, like, is that what you want to do? You're going to kill this guy? He's like, yeah. And Joe's like, I'm sorry, Barry. And they have to lock him in the particle accelerator like the rest of the criminals. And the guys actually do pretty good on them by themselves, taking out Zoom. And they send him back to Earth 2. But in the process, Joe gets sent back there. Wally's pissed. He's going like, you guys kept this from me? Like, Barry's the Flash. My dad's on Earth too. Like, what the hell? Like, we can't kill him, but like, I don't lose my dad just like Barry did. Like, this is upsetting. Like, what are you guys doing? So they let Barry out, and Barry's like, oh, all right, I'll race you. I'll race around this thing to stop you, but I have one condition. You gotta let go of Joe, which he does. And this thing, apparently, the Magnetar, I believe that's what it's called. That almost sounds like a Pokemon. Is that Magnezone's mega form, the Magnetar? But this thing apparently looks like something from Crisis on Infinite Earth. I never read that event, but looking at images of that and this, I'm going like, yeah, I could see that. They race, they go all out, and Barry finally learns to do the time remnant thing. One of him keeps running around the thing and sacrifices himself, similar to that Crisis event, and it goes up in the sky, saves the day, boom, while the other Barry just beats the crap out of Zoom, and the Speed Force Wraiths or whatever come out to take Zoom away because he's been breaking the rules, making that Velocity 9, make him faster, and just killing universes and holding someone hostage. Barry has won the day. We find out that the person in the Iron Mask they set up earlier in the season was Jay Garrick. And guess who it is, guys? It's John Wesley Shipp. There was a little throwaway line, maybe a few episodes before Barry got his powers back, when he met up with his dad. And he's like, oh yeah, this guy, Zoom, said his name was Jay Garrick, and he lied to me. He's just like Eobard Thawne. I don't like him. And Henry Allen was like, huh, Garrick. That was like the maiden name on someone's family side near me. There was some throwaway line about Garrick's being related to them. And the payoff was right here with Jay Garrick being played by John Wesley Shipp. and he gets to wear the Flash costume again. Granted, it's not his, but like it looks reminiscent of his '90s suit. It's the Jay Garrick suit. He has like the blue pants, and he even takes the helmet, and it just looks so awesome. I imagine John Wilson Ship was super excited. He looks bulky and awesome and cool in it, and it was just cool to see Jay Garrick on there. And he mentions, "Oh, hey, I think I'm from Earth 3," which in comic continuity, I know Earth 3 is the crime syndicate world, but this Jay Garrick is a good guy, so I don't know, maybe just the TV show is going to have its own continuity where Earth 2 is where all the bad guys were from, like Zoom and Deathstorm and Reverb, and Earth 3 is going to be where the Justice Society forms up. But really excited to see him after seeing Rex Tyler in Legends of Tomorrow. Yeah, the finale was awesome, and then we have this moment where Barry's talking with Iris saying, hey, like, I need to go run this stuff off. I need to go, like, do something. I need some time by myself. I mean, I love this relationship, but I need to be by myself. I just lost my dad. Iris is like, oh, that's fine, but when you come back, I'll still be here. And the unthinkable happens. I didn't think they were going to do this early, but fucking Flashpoint. They're doing it! He goes back in time, stops Thawne from killing his mom, and I'm like, I was shocked they even did this. I'm like, what? I want this to have an effect through all the shows in the beginning, just so maybe the whole Berlanti universe can become whole / they can fix any problems that have happened in any of the shows. Or maybe even Legends of Tomorrow, this could be their mission, like this next season going like, oh, hey, the whole timeline's messed up. We gotta find out like which point did this. But since like the timeline's screwed up, they'll have issues trying to find this point. Just there's so many crazy things and ideas I have. But apparently there's been a report that says this is only going to affect the Flash universe. There'll be little tidbits here and there in Supergirl, Arrow, and Legends of Tomorrow, but they won't be like giant overlapping effects, just like the comic book event, which was awesome. Because my idea would be, since they are doing Flashpoint, and Arrow is essentially the Batman of their universe, maybe for the first couple episodes until they do like the 4-episode crossover that they're planning on doing, maybe make Robert Queen Green Arrow, but maybe make him more vicious, more hard. Maybe Oliver dies and kills himself on the boat, or maybe Oliver dies on the Queen's Gambit with Sarah instead of him, and he goes through all those experiences. We get to see some crazy flashbacks. Maybe we get to see Citizen Cold, because if there's no Flash, Wentworth Miller doesn't like join Legends of Tomorrow. There's all kinds of crazy ideas I have if they want to do this, but I don't think they're going to do it. Maybe it will just affect the Flash universe. But let's talk about the highlights of this season. Teddy Sears was a great actor in this show. He plays Jay Garrick / Hunter Zolomon Zoom. When he comes over, like, he had me convinced, like, even though I would be a bit touchy on the whole, like, another speedster bullshit, like, I'm not trusting you after what I just dealt with Thawne, I'm not trusting you. And he's right in the end, because this guy ends up being Zoom, the guy who will end up taking his speed and trying to kill him, ends up killing his dad, so, yeah. Barry was right to not trust this guy in the beginning, and he's also a bit harder in the beginning. And apparently they set up that Ronnie dies to close up the hole in the breach that's set between the Earth 1 and Earth 2. Guilty. He tries to do this stuff by himself for a little bit, but he's like, oh, I can't. Like, I love you guys. Like, we work better as a team. Let's do this. Some other highlights. They got King Shark to work in this show. King fucking Shark. What the hell? That's awesome. Earth 2, just when Barry was like hopping between worlds, we get to see Supergirl for a little bit. We get to see the 90s Flash. We see a Legion of Superheroes ring. I don't know if that's footage from the Smallville episode or if they just found one of their Legions of Superhero rings and filmed that by themselves. We get to see Barry like on another Earth where like he's a criminal. Just, oh my God, so many crazy things. And with the whole time remnant thing that happened at the end of this season finale, maybe there's 2 different Barrys going around right now. I don't know. There's so much craziness going on. We get to see Killer Frost, Deathstorm. Cisco getting control of his powers is fine. We get to have Harrison Wells back. Jesse Quick and Wally. They don't have their powers yet, but they are established, and they were hit by the Particle Accelerator Part 2 experience. Just crazy stuff. And their take on the Speed Force was awesome. That's the Kevin Smith directed episode. If you want a template for Kevin Smith there, but that is one of the better episodes of the season. and Barry kind of is like going through like almost like a Wonderful Life thing, going like trying to catch like up with himself, accepting his mother's death, which almost gets completely undone in the finale. But the episode's called The Runaway Dinosaur. If you need to watch any episode of The Flash, watch the premiere, the finale, and this. And if those 3 episodes don't get you hooked, there's something emotionally wrong with you, man. Go get yourself checked out. Come on. There's so many great moments in this series. They even before we found out Jay Garrick was Zoom, they even like paid homage to the Crisis on Two Earths. We got Patty Spivot. I actually am a fan of her dating Barry in the comics, and just seeing that they tackled that this early on in this show, it was awesome. Flash Arrow crossover was sweet. We got to see the Hawk people and see essentially just rambling now. The Flash Supergirl crossover was amazing, even though it's a Supergirl episode. When it happened in the Flash episode where we saw him like the Flash run and he disappeared for a second, I was like, oh, that's where the Supergirl thing happens. I just like was gasping and going. I was getting super excited. All kinds of craziness, and I'm essentially just rambling. And I love this show. Check it out. If there is no other show you check out in the DC universe, check this out. And if it crossed over with Arrow or Legends of Tomorrow, check those episodes out by themselves, separately. And yeah, great stuff here. I can't recommend the show enough. It's probably the best out of the 4 at the moment. I'd probably rank it this, Legends of Tomorrow, and Supergirl are kind of tied because I go back and forth with loving and hating them. And then, funny enough, Arrow's at the bottom now, which I'm like, that's crazy. Did you love season 2 of The Flash as much as I did? Do you like my rambling? Do you like these reactions, recap videos? Let me know in the comments below. Remember, guys, when there's a will, there's a way. And keep an eye out for my Arrow recap video coming up soon, right after this.